Yes guys, I'm back again with another video, and in this video we will be talking about the Champions League, just previewing some of the games in the final round of the league phase and just touching on the teams that are basically favourites to win the competition, the dark horses, the teams to watch out for. But before I get started, I really want to say I appreciate all the views, the followers, and feel free to hit the like and subscribe, and that will motivate me to do more videos. But yeah, let's get cracking then. Let's start from the top. Liverpool are already through to the last 16, and not only through but top of the table, up the Reds and what have you. So it's clear that we've been flawless in the Champions League so far, 7 wins out of 7, and then after that is Barcelona with 18. They're through as well, and the only way they can finish first now is if Liverpool lose against PSV Eindhoven and Barcelona beat Atalanta, which I don't see, to be honest. I don't see us losing and Barcelona winning, but it's possible. Obviously, we will rotate in that game quite heavily because the Premier League is the priority. We've got a tough game against Bournemouth coming up on the weekend. But yeah, just to round up on that one, Liverpool are through. Barcelona will at least guarantee second spot. And then you have Arsenal, who have basically guaranteed their qualification to the last 16 in third place. They go away at Girona, a winnable game for them. And the likes of Atletico Madrid, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Bayer Leverkusen, and Atalanta make up the top 8. But that could all change in the final round of games, honestly. And I'm very much looking forward to how it concludes. Obviously, in terms of importance, you have Manchester City's game at home to Club Brugge, and you'd like to think City will win that game, but it could be a nervy night at the Etihad. Club Brugge have done really well in this tournament so far. They've beaten Aston Villa. They've been quite solid, and I wouldn't put it past them to get a result at the Etihad, but I seriously doubt it, because I think City will be switched on. They've been a lot better in the last few games, including their win against Chelsea, where they were so impressive despite going behind, and they came back to win that game thanks to the likes of Gvardiol, who was amazing. He scored the equalizer before Haaland and Foden got the second and third goals respectively. But I just want to touch on the Champions League in depth in this video, and that's why I've decided to dedicate this video just purely to the Champions League, what I've thought of the format and the teams that have done really well so far. Obviously, when you look at Real Madrid, when you look at Bayern Munich, I would like to think that they have underachieved a little bit so far. 3 defeats for each of them and 4 wins, but they have at least guaranteed themselves a playoff spot. Anything less than that would have been embarrassing. And I think the only upset can be Manchester City being eliminated right now. PSG obviously beat Manchester City 4-2. If you haven't checked out my review for that, feel free to do so. It was a fantastic game to watch, honestly. And I don't think there will be any major surprises in the last round of games. I think Manchester City will get the job done and win that game by 3-1 or 3-0, something along those lines, really. And just to quickly touch on Liverpool, like I said earlier, I think we will rotate against PSV Eindhoven. Cody Gakpo could be facing his former side, maybe off the bench, maybe he'll be rested. I guess we'll wait and see, but one thing's for sure, Arne Slot will ring the changes in that game, because it's essentially a dead rubber game now, especially since we've beaten Lille at Anfield in the last game. So yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of relaxation for us once again. I think the only games, like I said, that will be under immense spotlight will be PSG's trip to Stuttgart. Obviously, PSG still need to win that game to ensure that they qualify, just in case they slip up and Manchester City get the win. Who else is through? Celtic and Juve, I think they're both on 12 points, so they're both at least guaranteed to qualify for the playoffs. But all in all, I'm really, really looking forward to how it goes. With all the games kicking off at the same time, there's bound to be changes in that table. There is still a chance the top 8 could change. Obviously, the likes of Inter, AC Milan, Bayer Leverkusen will be desperate to get into the automatic positions so that they don't have to worry about playing those 2-legged ties. But in terms of top scorers, I think it's safe to say that obviously Lewandowski could be one of the favourites. He's already the top scorer with 7 goals. Then you've got the likes of Rafinha, also on 7 goals, who's been absolutely amazing. Rafinha's resurgence this season, unbelievable, I have to say. Obviously, I knew he was always a talented player at Leeds. but he's taken it up a notch this season under Hansi Flick, and it's nice to see because he's a player with so much talent, you know, and he's up there with one of the best players in the world this season, and that's for sure, you know. And yeah, man, let's just see how it unfolds in the final round of games, but I'm looking forward to the last 16 draw, you know, especially as a Liverpool fan now that we're safely through. As I said, we can rotate against PSV Eindhoven, not have to worry about anything. You know, that's why we have to just make sure we manage the squad very, very well, because we really need to win this Premier League title, especially given the position we've put ourselves in. But yeah, as I said, in terms of Manchester City, they'll be through if they beat Club Brugge. Anything less and they will be eliminated, and that would be a major shock, to be fair. But Aston Villa, who are they playing again? I think they've got a home game against Celtic. If they win that, they give themselves the best possible chance to make the round of 16. So, like I said, we could have a few surprises, you know. I didn't think at the start that Aston Villa would be in with a shot to finish in the top 8, but they've done so well this season in Europe. Obviously, they are struggling to make the top 4 this season. It's such a competitive Premier League, you know, and yeah, obviously they're just there to enjoy themselves in Europe under Unai Emery. I've always said Unai Emery is a world-class manager, so you never know where he can take this Villa side. He's already taken them, you know, very, very far. So they are at least guaranteed to play, you know, in the playoffs, you know, even if they don't make the top 8. But I personally think the likes of Inter, AC Milan will be there, Bayer Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid as well. And I just want to shout out AC Milan, because if you remember, the first game was against Liverpool. We beat them 3-1, having gone a goal down, you know, and then they proceeded to lose their second game to Bayer Leverkusen. They had 2 defeats out of 2. So they've done really, really well to win 5 games on the bounce, including a win away at Real Madrid, 3-1. You know, they've got some big wins there. Rafael Leao stepped up of late as well. They got a dramatic late win in their last league game as well. So there's a bit of a resurgence there under Sergio Conceição, you know. So that's nice to see, especially from a European giant such as AC Milan. But Inter also through pretty much. So yeah, the table will be interesting viewing after the next round of games, and let's see how it ends. And feel free to let me know in the comments, who do you think will win the Champions League this season? Which team has impressed you the most? And who do you think are the dark horses in this tournament? If I had to pick one team, I have to say Atalanta, you know. Atalanta have been unreal, you know. Sometimes they haven't been, but they're the only ones that stand out, that people still seem to be sleeping on, to be honest with you. Gasperini is a top-class manager. I like the way they play. Ademola Lookman has been a shining light in their team. Regategui has stepped up of late. Obviously, they've got that strong midfield with Edison, you know, Hein, who's a very, very good defender as well. Let's not forget, they are the Europa League holders, so I wouldn't put it past Atalanta going very far in the Champions League this season, maybe the quarterfinals or the semi-finals. I can only see Atalanta going out to a very, very good team, you know, the likes of Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Inter, Real Madrid, you know, the drill, you know, so many of those teams basically. But Atalanta for me would be my dark horse pick. In terms of who I think will win it, obviously, if I say Liverpool, it's not going to be a surprise. I think we are the favourites to win the Champions League, but just because we've finished top of the league phase doesn't mean we're going to go on and win it. You know, the knockout stages is a different ball game. You know, it all depends on the draw. You know, form pretty much goes out the window when you look at these 2-legged ties. And yeah, I mean, like I said, any draw will be tricky. I'm not going to lie to you. And personally, the team that I didn't want us to face in the round of 16, or, you know, in the early doors once we qualify, is Atletico Madrid. But it looks like Diego Simeone's team will be in the last 16 directly as well, which means we can't face them, you know. So, but all in all, like I said, we can beat anybody, you know, the way we're playing right now. And I don't think that there's any doubt that Liverpool, for me right now, are the favourites. I would put Inter maybe second, and then Real Madrid still have to be there in the top 3 at least by default because of their European pedigree. And Kylian Mbappe has come into form lately, and he's been absolutely amazing. I think I'm going to do a separate video on La Liga, you know, and how good he has been, the title race, and much more on La Liga will be coming up on this channel, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But all in all, I'm really looking forward to this Champions League final round of games, how the table ends up. Obviously, the top two, as I said earlier, is pretty much assured. Liverpool and Barcelona will finish in the top two. Arsenal are also guaranteed a spot, you know, in the last 16. So are the likes of Inter and AC Milan, unless some major shock happens. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next video. I mean, I really enjoy making these videos, you know, and whenever I get an opportunity to make them, you know, I'll gladly make them, because I love the game. I love the beautiful game that is football. I love talking about Liverpool, you know, and yeah, man, just keep pushing it out and keep showing the love and support, and I will return it 10 times as much, to be honest. And if you need to shout out your channel, let me know, and I'll be happy to share it on my platforms as well. And yeah, man, I appreciate all the love and support, and until next time, take care.